Okay, so in the laundry room, we've got another manifold. It's 1 inch, and you can see you've got 1 inch here, and it feeds a 3/4 line. I'm guessing it's a hot line because they got red rings on it. This fitting looks like it's in good shape, no corrosion. You got another T right there, and it heads off in another direction, and it looks like it's a 1/2 inch line on the back side. Can't see it, but my hand's up there and I feel it. Another T here, 1/2 inch going off. These fittings look good. The points of connection looks good there. Actually, just feeling it, let me see if I can get you a picture or a video up in there because you see the water there. Let me look on see if I can look on the back side and get you a good picture. But from there, I think you can see it's corroded. So that one would need to be replaced minimum. And then here, that one's, the T looks good, point of connection looks good. T looks good, point of connection looks good. This one's the worst. You can see that build up and it's weeping. So it's tied in and that one's a big problem there. You can see that there. So again, you've got a 1-inch line that comes over here, and when it gets to this point right there, you can see that this copper T is actually a reducing T. So it goes from a 1-inch copper line and it transitions to 3/4 tied in. So we would need to take and tie in an entire new line from this 3/4 line all the way back to that 1-inch and replace it with PEX. And then you've got 1 T, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 T's to replace. So quite a bit more work than what we originally talked about. I'm glad you opened this up. So I will submit another proposal to you and we will. Okay, so this is the other area that I was telling you about. I was actually looking at it from the back side, which is over here, looking that way, because that's the only thing that was open at the time. But you can see there is the 1-inch fitting up there. That's it right there. Same thing. This goes from copper to an adapter to a ring and then to the plastic, and you can see that's corroding and it's actually wet right now. So it's been leaking for some time. This cannot be fixed just by replacing that. This entire assembly, you see, is soldered, and you heat the copper up to solder this together. So I can't take that out and heat it. It's going to destroy this right here. Okay, same thing. These are all tied together. There's a few ways to do it. I like to tie it back in with all Worsbo pipe and Worsbo plastic fittings. They're black fittings and they're designed for the Worsbo pipe. But what you have here is you've got a connection. That first one goes over the toilet. This one goes over the sink. There's a T right here, which you can't see the other side, but it goes over to the shower. And then there's one more T right here. I'm not sure where that goes. It goes somewhere, maybe to a hose bib. But all in all, there's like 4 fittings right here that all would have to come out. So you have 4 fittings and then tie all these 1/2-inch lines back in. And that's all that I could tell that we were talking about on the phone. All of this, 1, 2, and then on that T on the backside, on that T on the backside, all of that gets torn out. Straight 1-inch PEX and 1/2-inch ties all back in. So that's the other repair in this bathroom. So this is the first area that we're looking at. There's your door going straight up into the ceiling area. You can see this is the first spot that was open the other day. Right here is the line. This is a 1/2-inch PEX line tied into a 3/4 PEX line, which transitions into a copper line here. And then there is an adapter that goes out of the copper that transitions to this pipe. This fitting will get cut out. This copper line from here, we'll go ahead and we'll cut that plastic. And we'll tie this back in to plastic and a plastic fitting, not copper. And then all the way back over here, we'll go ahead and you can see it's the same thing right here. That as well, right here. So that ties in 1/2-inch right there. You can see the copper fitting, the adapter, that red ring, that's where it goes back to the plastic pipe again. So this entire piece of copper along here is going to get cut out will be installed plastic. This 1/2 inch line will get installed into a plastic tee, back into the plastic line. So that's the first repair in here.